You to Richmond, Virginia, where the Washington football team out on the practice field today as they get rolling with Ryan Fitzpatrick as their starting quarterback here, entering his first season with the Washington football team. Another new NFL destination, still searching for that first playoff appearance in his well-traveled career. And for more now on Fitz and the WFT, let's check in with LaDainian Tomlinson, who caught up with their new quarterback.
All right, I'm pleased to be joined by a man that needs no introduction, but I'll introduce him anyway. 17-year veteran, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Hey, good. Thank you for joining us. First question, obviously after a difficult year last year with no fans in training camp and in the stadium, tell me what it's like having fans out here in training camp and then also fans to be at full capacity at the stadium.
It felt good. It felt so good. Just the presence of them, the energy. Even being in a locker room with guys, it's such a different vibe. This is football. This is why you play. So we're trying to move past last year as much as we can, and there's obviously still some protocols and things we've got to be real careful with, but it was a great feeling to come into training camp and to have some sense of normalcy that we didn't have last year.
Yeah. What do you think about the first day of practice? You guys obviously, I saw a couple of great connections with you and Terry McLaurin. Offense looks, mid-season form already. So how do you think the first day went?
Well, base stuff on offense, base stuff on defense. Really, I think they were just testing the retention from the offseason program, the OTAs, the mini camps, and we came out mentally and did a good job. Now, there's a lot of stuff that we've got to get better at. Things are going to get a lot more difficult than they were today, but for us on offense to be able to practice against our defense every single day, we've got to look at that as an advantage for us and just continue to try to make them better as well.
A lot of young talent on this offense, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Young runner, young tight end, just got paid, young wide receivers. So what does your veteran experience do to this group? How do you boost their confidence and obviously their performance?
Yeah, I think for me, I try to provide a calming presence at times, but I also try to give them confidence. I think communication is a huge thing with me. Pulling a guy aside after a play, good or bad, something I saw that I want to make sure that he saw. We're working with the running backs a little bit over there on some of their routes and just telling them what I'm thinking on the play so that they can process it a little bit better. So the communication for me is a huge thing in just getting them on the same page as me and understanding why we're doing certain things.
All right, Ryan Fitzpatrick, first camp there in Washington. Is this the last camp for Xavier Howard in Miami? Some reports on perhaps a new destination for the All-Pro corner when we come back here on Inside Training Camp Live. Today, Ryan Fitzpatrick beginning his first training camp as the starting quarterback for Washington, and he'll love throwing to Terry McLaurin, who has made such an impact since being drafted out of Ohio State by the Washington football team. He'll have the benefit of Curtis Samuel, joins via free agency. What's next for this Washington offense? We find out now with LT and Terry McLaurin.
Obviously, Ron has a lot of experience. He's seen all that you can see as a quarterback. You guys have a lot of young talent on this football team, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. What do you think the experience of Ryan is going to bring to that offense?
I think you see what you said is the experience. He's seen it all, and he's been around multiple different systems. He's played in big games. He knows what it looks like when things are done right in this league, and his expectations are very high for all of us, no matter if you're a first-year guy or if you're a vet like him. The expectation is to get better and to win football games, and it starts with your quarterback. So it's great to have a leader like him, and he empowers a lot of us skilled players to go out there and make plays. He's going to give us opportunities, and the way we capitalize is just coming down with that ball no matter where he puts it. So I'm really excited to have him back there throwing the football to us, and excited about all the weapons we got around us. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and so last question for me, by the way. So this is obviously your third year. You're the clear-cut #1 receiver. You had your first 1,000-yard season last year. Man, how can you improve on it? What's the next step for Terry McLaurin?
I think what I like to do is come back with a new year mentality from my rookie year to my second year to now my third year. Last year doesn't matter anymore. It's about getting better. see I put a lot of work in the off season, training my body so I could withstand this long season coming up, getting better at the line against press coverage, and just trying to be available for my team and make the big plays. Being the number one option, you know you're going to get the opposite team's best corner, so you got to be ready. I got to be able to study the film, know what they're trying to do to take me away, and make those big plays and be trusted by my team. But at the end of the day, I got to earn that. So at the end of the day, I'm coming out here to try to prove why I need to be the number one receiver and earn that trust of my coaches and my teammates.
LT with Washington football team wideout Terry McLaurin. Tomorrow, and it's